when you end up doing something, how you share it with me, it definitely enhances and does things, for me with the things that I really enjoy. And so do you feel the same way?
Well, it's because you're sharing something new. And anytime you share something new, it's going to create a neural pathway. Right? It's going to connect us. And then it creates this kind of intimacy that we didn't have before, even if it's something that we've done before, like go to dinner. But if we go to a new restaurant, we're trying new flavors, or it's a new atmosphere. We get to talk about the newness of the place that we're in. And, any of you that have been married for a long time, if you're sitting in your kitchen the first time as opposed to the 500th time, you're not, it's no longer new. So the conversation in the kitchen is going to be different. If we even have a conversation about the kitchen, as opposed to the first time we're doing something. So, part of kind of that secret to longevity in a relationship is to be introducing new elements to it. So like you said, if you find somebody new to hang out with and you go hang out with them, it reminds me of why I'm with you. Like, it reminds me of all the positive things about you that I like. I like how tall you are. I like your hands. I like our relationship. I'm grateful for you. I like that we have our conversations. I like, so that by the time you get home, I'm like so happy to see you. And the energy that creates.
Right.
Makes you feel new. It makes the relationship feel new because we've kind of introduced something new into it.
And I think that's the key point. Anytime you introduce something new to your relationship, no matter if it's a person that you're hanging out with or having sex with, or a place or a food or a new hobby that you've experienced. And, when we first started playing pickleball a few years ago, just the excitement of going to pickleball. I mean, it sounds kind of silly you're talking about it right now, but it gave us something new to talk about. And so there was like an added excitement to our relationship.
Right.
And so anytime you have a new experience, like going to a new club or meeting someone new at the club that you go to, or driving around in a new car, seeing any of those things, they create something new in the relationship that you guys are sharing together in.
Right.
And what I sense and what I've experienced in long-term relationships where nothing new was happening, it definitely feels like it's in a rut, like I hear people say, or it gets boring, or you're having sex the same way that you've had for the past 2 years. You haven't changed it one bit. With Jackie and I, we have different fantasy talk that we do, different types of games we play,
different locations.
Yeah, and so it just seems like at the moment where it feels like everything is getting kind of stagnant, one of us does something to add some excitement to it.
Yeah, it's like, how do you keep it spicy? What are you doing?
Yeah,
to kind of add to that, and it's amazing how minimal that spice needs to be in order to shift gears in what's going on. But it's so important, and it's, it should be something every relationship is doing. It's something every couple should be doing to kind of introduce that newness, or to allow us to look at our partner in a slightly different light and appreciate those things that, maybe we take a little bit for granted. But when we get to see them in a different light, it makes that appreciation stand out and reminds us why we're in the relationship that we're in.